Morning, everybody. Morning, Amen. Good to see you again, man. Feel like it's been a few days, been a spell. All right, that's working properly. My weekend was pretty busy. Got a lot of stuff done around the house, and it's hard to do when you got three small children. But did that, and then yesterday was also busy. Ooh, excuse me. We're having my wife and I are volunteering to help out with VBS at our church, so kids are going there too, but it ends at 8:30, which is way past their bedtime, which means we get back late. And now we're a little tired, but it's okay. It's all good. How was your weekend, Damon? Did you get things done past few days? I thought I was gonna do, because I missed Friday, thought I was gonna do Pal World, but just wanted to finish this up. Man, 26, I've been playing it for 26 hours? I forgot how long of a game this was. Jeez. Doing some good rage baiting and some YouTubers. Nice PC Master Race. Alright, so we got the keys. I believe we can go in here now. Gosh, birds. Loftwing prototypes. Or, I mean, maybe those are what the Loftwings became. Did I miss a cutscene? There's supposed to be a cutscene where those guys help you. Finish him. This is, I feel... I was thinking about this over the weekend. The combat in Legend of Zelda games has never been extremely difficult to master. And it wasn't until Skyward Sword... Not Skyward Sword. Well, Skyward Sword for sure with the motion controls. But... Twilight Princess and Wind Waker that they added the whole, like... different moves you could do, like the finishing blow and the shield thing, and then I believe that they were the first ones to add in like the gauntlet, where you had to just beat enemy after enemy, and no one individual fight is ever particularly difficult. It's more like when you have to fight wave after wave of enemy and it just wears you down and you make little mistake after little mistake, and then you die. Like Wind Waker had its own. I think there were two areas where you. Oh no, maybe it was just one on Outset Island, where you had to survive a gauntlet, and this one has one, and then eventually another one. Yeah, that's where the difficulty with the combat actually comes into play. It's not so much in the main game, I'll say. The difficulty with combat in Zelda games is more kind of like a secondary difficulty, where the primary difficulty is figuring out what to do. The puzzles. Okay, sorry, enough of that. What am I doing here? I'm supposed to be able to... I like the music here. It's very callbacky to the original Zelda Hyrule Castle score. Swinging across the chandeliers. I think this is the second Dark Knot you fight. But these best enemies in the game by far. Most fun to fight. And kind of difficult if you have to fight more than one. Definitely an improvement on the Dark Knots of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Oof. This guy's definitely harder than King Baldwin. Always makes me wonder, like, there was a video on these enemies, like, who or what are they, you know? Are they corrupt elite knights of the Hyrule army? Because they're definitely human, I think. Right? And it says, oh, almost forgot, was able to beat the story of Pal World. The last three bosses were very creative. Yeah, I saw those pictures you were sending me. Makes me eager to to get on it with my Pal World journey. Which is, you know, one of the reasons I wanna just be done with Twilight Princess, just so we can move on. And then focus more fully on Pal World. Sorry, I just needed to destroy all those for some reason. Got my unlimited. Oh, wait a minute. Am I supposed to... Okay, good. Alright, now I think I'm supposed to blow them all out. If I recall correctly. Could be wrong. Nope. Maybe I'm supposed to... Any games I'm looking forward to other than GTA 6? Oh, man. Let me think. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Ocarina of Time remake. That should be pretty fun. Oh, I see what I did wrong here. There was another one. I don't know. There's all sorts of games I'm... Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. I feel like if I took the time to look at all the games coming out, there'd be a great deal. I have this, like, oops. I was thinking, like, man, if I could... Must be nice to be able to make a living off of this YouTube thing. Oh, dang it. Ugh. I could break up the day. Just be like, I'm gonna play this game from this time to this time. And this game from this time to this time. And then you can just plow through games all day. Should be a fair amount. It's still a fair amount of work, you know, but must be nice to be able to stay on top of so many games. It's not like a movie critic, you know, you can sit down and watch a movie in 1.5 to 2 hours, but I feel like a video game journalist or critic, if they're being honest, you know, you gotta play the whole game, and sometimes that will consume 26 hours of your life, which is quite a bit. I don't know, Eamon, what are you looking forward to? You're more on top of the games that are coming out than I am. I've never been a big GTA guy, so GTA 6 is one of those things where if I play it, it'll be like a very first experience playing one of those games. Other than playing a few minutes of GTA 3 at a friend's house. Oops. My bad. Okay, now what? Oh, that's timed. Did I do it? No. I can light my arrows on fire, right? That's a thing in this game. Oh, man. Oh, I totally did it. The same here. I have zero interest in GTA-style games, with the sole exception of Cyberpunk 2077. The futuristic themes make it much more enjoyable. I mean, I played Cyberpunk, but I didn't think it was. I mean, it's much more of an RPG than GTA, right? I do mean to go back to Cyberpunk, and I never played the DLC. I beat it. Well, I never actually beat it. I made it to that final quest where it was like, "Are you sure you want to progress past this point?" And I said no, and then I never picked up the game again. Okay, hang on. I'm missing something here. I need my wolf sense. What am I missing here? Aha! Okay. No? wasn't it? Okay, how about the other way? Yeah. Indeed, the world, story, mission style of GTA is similar to C. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, but not the combat though. You're not like putting all these different weapons on you to increase your stats, and you don't have different means of attacking and whatnot, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Cyberpunk is way more of an RPG than just a straight up action shooter. Look at these guys. That didn't really work. Ow. Man. I want to do a mortal draw on them. Oh, blocked it. Yeah, see, these enemies here, I mean, the advanced sword mechanics of this game really do help solve that problem that is brought up every so often in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and other games where you have to wait around a lot to be able to strike the enemy, because you have so many more options, and it's just a matter of figuring out which sword technique to use. If the onus is more on you, as of you, the player, to figure out how to best get around their defenses. You know, it's been a while since I brought this up, but it gives the player more agency, which is usually a good sign. You know, the more agency you give a player in even the smallest settings is definitely what you want to try to do as a game developer. Okay, we're out here now. Lower the chandelier. Okay, so I assume this means I can now get to that one. This is like a shortcut. Eamon says, as for games I'm looking forward to, I'd say Lucid, Dusk Fade, Emberville, A Sister's Journey, to name a few. All are releasing this year, it seems. Hopefully, Lucid is releasing this year. I gotta get my act together and figure out the best way to do interviews and talk to the Matt Black studio. No, don't understand the big introduction for this guy. Come here, buddy. What you doing? See, even that, like, as long as you take the time to use different weapons on him, which is the arrow is the likely, you know, what you want to use, you can speed up the attack cycle. You don't have to wait for him to present his shield. You get him to present his shield, you pull him in. Player agency. Player agency achieved. A Sister's Journey was fun. I was just thinking about that game the other day. What do we have here? Small key. Good morning, Tim. I gotta change the settings here so I can differentiate names. Color used by. Use primary colors. We'll just go with that. You're blue, Eamon. Tim, you're orange. The boss key. Oh man, who's helping us? Oh, jeez. Oh, it's the hawk of that guy. Oh, it's your it's your buddy. And these people who we know so much about. The secret society that will protect Hyrule. I really wish they did more with these guys in this game. Yeah, that you see them from time to time, but you know, it's one of those things where clearly Nintendo had a much grander epic in mind, but they just didn't really work it out. And the guy with the hawk, you know, it's nice to see him because he was there at the very beginning of the game. But the other three, it's kind of like, it's those guys. Also, the situation you're in, it's not like a dire situation. You know, it's, oh, there's a few guys up there shooting, and there's some lizards. I can take that out myself. And then they help you, and you don't really need their help. They should have thrown in like 50 dark knots or something a bit more, threatening. Powered music on. Oh, let's look at that. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, that's right. There's little rats on me. I thought it was a glitch. Ooh. That's right. I remember this. Need to follow exactly the path. Did it. Yay. I'll also say that Twilight Princess does a pretty good job of mixing the necessity of being human Link versus Wolf Link. Like, they do a good job of, you know, forcing you to be Wolf Link, or putting in situations where you need to be him, or think through puzzles with his abilities. It's not like a completely forgotten mechanic throughout the game. Like, you're constantly switching back and forth, which I guess some players didn't like, but I don't know. I think most people enjoyed it. Yes, share it with me, Eamon. I want to ask Matt how he, okay, so apparently that Matt is not his name. The developer Luce, his name is not Matt. The name of his studio is the Matt Black Studio. You know, like the the difference between matte finish and gloss finish, like the matte black. I've just been calling him Matt, I think, because I see Matt in the name. I think his name is Eric, actually. He's been on one interview already, so just gotta look that up and see what his name is. But yeah, I'm really curious as to how he got in connection with the songwriter for the Donkey Kong Country series. Bob, or was it Kevin? Hello. That shield attack there is quite the way to go. Nice. Interrupting his attacks. This is the closest Zelda ever gets to Dark Souls. Steve. Come on, buddy. Yeah. There's a lot of treasure chests in there. Can we get in here? Did I miss a treasure chest somewhere? I missed a lot of treasure chests. Oh well. Very cinematic. And this castle's huge. It's not as big as Breath of the Wild, but still. This is going to be real cinematic, so I'm going to turn off or move the chat. We'll turn off the chat for this. Welcome to my castle. Ganondorf, I believe he's doing what the kids say is called aura farming. I'm gonna turn the chat on for just a second. Your people have long amused me, Minna. To defy the gods with such petty magic only to be cast aside. How very pathetic. Pathetic as they were, though they served me well, their anguish was my nourishment. Their hatred bled across the void and awakened me. I drew deep of it and grew strong again. Your people had some skill, to be sure, but they lacked true power. The kind of absolute power that those chosen by the gods wield. He who wields such power would make a suitable king for this world, don't you think? Such conceit. But if you are one of the chosen wielders of power, as you claim... Oh, sorry, that was my Ganon voice. I risk everything to deny you. Shadow has been moved by light, it seems. Oh, amusing. Oh, he's such a good villain. Very well, deny me then. Yes, try to deny me, you and your little friend. Oh, dang. Time Mage has joined us from Rumble. Says, you can turn me off, but that Princess Corpse is definitely turning me on. Thank you, Time Mage. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Seek the Sky, welcome. Thank you, Seek the Sky, you got it. You got exactly what I was going for. Oof. Zelda's not looking too good. Both of you faithless fools, who would dare to take up arms against the King of Light and Shadow? It's the same voice. It is, it's in the laugh. So you choose, and then you shall feel my wrath. Ganon's puppet Zelda. See, okay. I get that she flies around. And whatnot. Oh, okay, never mind. But can't Ganon do this all himself? Ganondorf? Yeah, that was going on for a long time. Was I supposed to capitalize on that? Tennis match. Oop. Come on. Classic. Yeah, and 64 again. Whoa! Just floating around. Jeez. Need to work on the animation of that. I guess Ganondorf is just using Zelda as a meat shield. Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. It's like, why does he need to use Zelda unless she has some sort of power that he doesn't have, which he clearly does have. Yeah, this is totally one of those things where I'm not sure that what happens in the story matches up with what should happen in the story. It's just maybe Nintendo wanted to do something different with the fight, which is fine. Is this the only time in a Zelda game we get Puppet Zelda? Pretty sure it is. Ganon is probably just asserting dominance, trying to weaken the hero's will to fight. Yeah, that's true. They should have thrown in a bit more of like, you can't hurt her, don't use your sword to fight Zelda. Oh no, she's gonna pop her like Zant. I did not see the Kasuto update. Sorry about that. Oh, Kasuto's rescued. Thank you, New Game Plus. Oh, New Game Plus. How's it going, man? Sorry, I missed you. Bongos going. He's kidding. Music here. Not as epic as Ganon fighting Ganon in Ocarina of Time, but still pretty darn epic. What am I supposed to do here again? Time Mage says it might be the only time Puppet Zelda fights you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the only time. Oh, that's right. I remember now what I'm supposed to do. She's not really puppet in Tears of the Kingdom, is she? How am I supposed to do this again? Homer Simpson, get a job, get a job, get a job. That's what the lyrics sound like. Yeah, bro. Beast on beast action. They flee the castle, giving Link their blessing. Oh, and I thought you meant up Puppet Zelda. I know, but I wanted to, I thought I could do that. Yeah, I can just bite him with Wolf Link. You're right. I should do that. I'm just happy Seek the Sky got my Gaston reference. Gotta line myself up. Come here. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is one of those fights where, I mean, the concept is kind of cool, but again, there's too much waiting around for him to attack. There needs to be, he needs to have a faster attack cycle to make the waiting not as bad. Arr. Woof, woof. Like, it's cinematic and it looks really cool, but too much waiting around. not as much spectacle as I would like. Pretty sure a leap attack is better than a regular attack's. Yeah, it's the double damage. I don't know. You're probably right. Okay. Also, the music, I thought it was interesting at first, but I don't know. Come on. Like, if he appeared and reappeared faster, it would be a bit more of a stressful fight. One, you wouldn't have to wait around as much, and two, you'd be much more worried about where he's coming from. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I do like the bleeding effect there, that he's actually bleeding. There you go. Get a job, Homer Simpson voice. Time H says what they should have done is had his shadow be his own entity. That way it wasn't just about just the big scary one you were worried about, but also the shadow under him doing. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it would have made sense with yeah, it would have fit with the theme. Got him. But I can also see how that they typically Beast Ganon or Ganon is the final boss, but this one they switch it up just like they did with Wind Waker, where the final boss is not Beast Ganon but Ganondorf himself. So that one has way more spectacle to it, and trying to make, you know, a sword fight with Ganondorf seem like a bigger fight than Beast Ganon, I guess, is difficult. So Princess. Say nothing, Minna. Your heart and mine were as one, however briefly. Such suffering you have endured. She's like, Zelda's like, who are you? Oh no, she did meet him once before. Time Mage says, you know, Link could just grab Midna. Start using her as a bat to beat Ganon, and start using her as a bat to beat Ganon. I don't know, I think she's doing some good job here. I'm pretty sure she counts as a +1 magical weapon at least. More Ganondorf aura farming right there. Oh man. Awesome. He's got the Wild Hunt with him. And or the Nazgul. Spirits of the light, wielders of the great power that shines far and wide upon the land of ours. Of our world. In my honor, hour of need, grant me light to banish evil. Okay, in the Zelda mythos, this is a perfect example of how the relationship between Link and Zelda should work on like a functional level. Link is the muscle, Zelda represents the divine providential aspect of defeating evil. So it's like Link is the human will and Zelda is the divine will. If I were to overanalyze things. Lend us the last of your power. Totally a Zelda Link moment. I'll try to slow Ganondorf with my light arrows. You target him and keep him within range of my arrows. Right, hang on a second. Alright, hang on. The castle's obliterated. Sorry, I'm missing some chats here. The castle's obliterated. See that plume of smoke? The Force Sword seal is broken. The evil sealed within is unleashed. Oh, it's Kasuto's thing. Evacuate the castle tunnel. Handle him. View Shadow, RIP. Yep. Kasuto has a final fight of his own. While Link fights Ganondorf, Kasuto is Vati. Oh, man. And then, yeah, okay. Alright, here we go. Ow. What am I doing wrong here? Am I not just... There we go. Nice. An impressive-looking blade, but nothing more. Would you hear my desire to take this foul blade and use it? Oh, what did he say? I missed it. Went by too fast. Dark Lord Ganondorf. Dang. Ow. I think this might be my favorite version of Ganondorf. Oh no, I have to play Tears of the Kingdom again. That Ganondorf was pretty cool. Ow. Use it to blot out the light forever. Okay, thank you for... That was gonna bother me. Like, what did he say? Okay, I'm clearly doing something wrong here. Oh, okay. He tries to kick, maybe. We gonna go. Oh man, he just called me out. Oh, that was my chance. I missed my chance, literally. Dang it. I don't want to wait for him to come to me. I want to get him. And he's just straight up taunting me now. Ugh. Oh man, he elbowed me. Ah. I do have a fairy. Okay, good. Not that I'm worried about dying. Nice. I'm doing that now. Oh, that was my chance. I ruined it. Not so much. What you gonna do? No. He's got so much more reach over me. That's my chance. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, he's got a lot of health. Nice. Deathless. Awesome. Still not as brutal as the Wind Waker ending. With the sword to the face. Don't think this ends here. The history of light and shadow will be written in blood. Oh, the gods have abandoned him. He's no longer worthy of the Triforce of Power. What's Zant doing? Oh. Did Zant get his revenge or something? That's a cool, iconic shot. That was so violent. Time Mage says your puny non-aura scrawny arms aren't worth attacking. He will taunt you. Your auraless assaults. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love how he just dies standing up. Yeah, like a boss. Canada doesn't lay down. He does everything standing. Even the animators aren't sure why Zant showed up. Yalineru is still broken. It's midnight. See, this guy says if you're wearing the iron boots for this would have been the noisiest cutscene ever. Bird o'clock always at the worst moment.
You get rebuild space. Work with her?
The end. Good job, Eiji Aonuma. So we'll say, aside from Echoes of Wisdom, this is the Zelda title where Link and Zelda are both prominent characters, where they have the least connection in the sense of the story. Like in, Ocarina of Time, they're, they meet as kids, and there's like the artwork of them talking to each other. So, I mean, I don't know, there's just a bit more of a connection between the two throughout the whole adventure. Um, Other games like Minish Cap, you're like best friends with them with Zelda. Then at the very beginning, she gets turned to stone. Skyward Sword, obviously, is probably the biggest one where they have the most connection. This one, they're just more like, we're both here and we're going to destroy evil because we're divinely connected. That's about it. NPC programming. Oh, I forgot about all them. I think so. Something that okay, so I didn't stream Ocarina of Time, but I did play it recently when I was making clips and stuff. Even though Ocarina of Time is a much smaller game on a way less powerful console, and it's not as quote-unquote big, the characters I feel are way more memorable, and I'm not exactly sure why. Like the 7 sages really stand out, and at the end of the game when they all show up again, I think it's because each of the 7 sages, with the exception of Impa, is connected to a temple or a dungeon. Oh man, look at the rendering of these guys is really bad. Okay, so the first one's Saria. Okay, you get a mini story arc with her, and then which sets up the next story arc in the Shadow Temple. In the Forest Temple. Then you get a mini story arc with Daruna, which sets up his story arc in the Fire Temple, and then the same thing with Ruto. So they're an ever-present character throughout the game. And at the end of the game, when they all come together and you see the end screen with all 7 of them standing there, looking so proud, and Ruto's on top of Daruna's shoulders, it's just much more impactful. This, I feel, the only real characters that have any kind of impact are Zelda, Link, Ganondorf, and Midna, and that's pretty much it. No, Zelda does exist in Link's mind in Majora's Mask. Right? Because he remembers her. He gets the... Sorry, Time Mage said Majora's Mask Zelda doesn't exist. Yeah. In the game, yes. But in the story, Link remembers her, gets the Ocarina of Time, reminds himself of that, and uses that to escape the Skull Kid. But I'm not counting that one because she doesn't have a prominent role. Impa has the whole of Kakariko with her. She even has her own house. Yes. Yeah. See, it would have been nice to have those guys be a bit more involved in the story, like, not necessarily like a buddy cop thing, but like, you know how in Wind Waker, buddy cop, sorry, not like in Wind Waker, how the sages in Wind Waker, you have to work with them in the temples, like, not to that extent, because that, some people liked or didn't like that, but story-wise, it would have been nice to have them around more, so you built more of a connection. I mean, for some reason, even Ela, who you're supposed to have the most connection with, just doesn't, doesn't really hit as hard as Saria. Or at least didn't for me. The Oracle's games, I mean, Zelda only shows up at the end. If you complete both of them. New Game Plus has Midna. Hey, I remember you. You're that wizard kid that ran back in the woods. Oh, that's right, Kasuto. Because Kasuto finally cross paths with Link, they bring the castle back to the hidden world and replace the destroyed castle. Twilight Princess definitely has Midna's Lament as one of the as like an iconic song in the series, but I don't know. I don't, unlike most people. I feel, well, I don't know actually if most people would agree with this, but I still don't think this game beat out Ocarina of Time. I'll stop talking for this part. Well, I guess it's farewell. Light and shadow can't mix, as we all know. But never forget that there's another world bound to this one. Shadow and light are two sides of the same coin. One cannot exist without the other. I know now the reason the goddesses left the Mirror of Twilight in this world. They left it because it was their design that we should meet. Yes, that is what I believe. Zelda, your words are kind and your heart is true. If all in Hyrule are like you, then maybe you'll do alright. Thank you. Well, the princess spoke truly. As long as that mirror's around, we could meet again. Jay. I. See you later. She destroyed it. I wonder why she did that. Time Mage says, I always pronounce her name as Saria. Well, I always mispronounce things on my stream, so it's you're probably right, Time Mage. See, this guy says, why was the teleport effect different? I guess we'll never know why Midna did that. My guess is that she felt it was what was best for Zelda. I mean, it makes sense with the story that, you know, her realm bleeding over into Zelda's realm, and then she felt like kind of responsible for it, so the only way to make sure that that never happened again was to just completely sever the two worlds. So, makes sense. I'm glad that didn't... It's one of those things where it's like, I'm fine with the speculation over them straight up telling you, because it kind of, I don't know, I feel like you can make a strong argument just from what happened in the story that Midna was changed by Zelda's actions and is now behaving in a way that is responsible. Even though, you know, they could have done more to kind of develop that, but I thought it was good. Eamon says, I blame Nintendo. They probably made Midna do that so they wouldn't have to make a sequel. Yeah, probably. Like, quick, we know everyone's gonna love this character, but we don't want to put her in any other games. What can we do? Time Mages, that technically counts as a crime. Just saying, breaking that mirror. Maduro, the mirror of Twilight is destroyed. Paki, Kasuto, you've achieved a level of skill and potential you are even we are unable to reach. The Sacred Grove / Temple of Time that we established are one and the same. Ending with the Master Sword. And the Master Sword sleeps again forever. The Legend of Midna, Twilight's Return. Hey, that could happen. Now that this game has a PC port, they could totally just take Midna's character model and put it over Link and remake the whole game. The power of PC ports. Berna, you become a truly great mage. Din, Nehru, and Feor. Furor. Ah, Satoru Iwata, excuse me. Poor guy. He is missed. The end. And now Link goes to crossbow training. He's like, this bow and arrow is way too hard to use. See, again, like it's both Nintendo caring and not caring about the lore that I kind of think sometimes works in their favor. You know, it's like the three golden goddesses. They're not. I don't think they're specifically mentioned in this game at all, but yet they're a presence in it. And the light spirits, you know, function as probably lesser spirits of them, which kind of draws the whole like light energy together and I don't know. I think it's pretty good how they do that. You know, the whole less is more aspect, which we've talked about. Does he get a job? Yeah, he's a goat herder. Link gets a job as a goat herder. Kasuto's now the most powerful mage. No, he, depending on who you ask, probably in this timeline, I mean, in this aspect of the Zelda timeline, Link probably, I would say probably marries Ela. Well, hang on, let's see. Let's look at the Zelda timeline. Alright, hang on. Alright, so in this one, oh yeah, so Four Swords Adventures comes next in this timeline. Wow, the Fallen timeline actually has way more games in it. Hang on, I'll bring it up. Just become a guard in Zelda's court. Four Swords Adventures is next, yeah. And nobody knows how Four Swords Adventures is supposed to follow this up. Nintendo, yeah, that's Nintendo just like, nah. second. Give me 1 second here. We'll do some more timeline discussion because that's fun. We got a few minutes. Dusklight team, great work. This was a ton of fun. Everybody should go check out the Dusklight mod. All right, hang on. Let me bring this up here. Okay. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. Oh no, wait, this is completely wrong. Is it this one? Okay, here it is. Alright, hope everybody can see that okay. Alright, so is this right? There's a past timeline. Oh, this is totally fan-made, but it's kind of interesting. I'll keep it. It's interesting. So yeah. Okay, so we got the future timeline and the past timeline, because there is technically there is a timeline split now. In I know that's not Hyrule Historia, but it has a possible connection between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. This is why they should never have done time travel, even though I love Ocarina of Time. So the future timeline, yeah, Skyward Sword 2. I've mentioned this before, but we'll play Skyward Sword. Don't worry, we'll get there. But in it has like multiple time. The way time travel works in Skyward Sword is not consistent. There's multiple ways it works in how it affects the future and whatnot, and this timeline split right here, if it's consistent with the rest of the series, has to happen, where there's another timeline that could possibly lead into here, into Breath of the Wild, which ends up leading into the Zonai's Descent from Heaven, and that is a possibility. But Nintendo has stated that they think that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are on its own kind of like own separate timeline, which is, I think, kind of dumb. Time H said Skyward Sword is the one game I still need to play. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple I haven't played, so I haven't gotten through Skyward Sword. I've gotten through part of it. I've played Minish Cap. I haven't played Four Swords. I've played the original Zelda. I haven't played Zelda 2. I haven't played Spirit Tracks or Phantom Hourglass or Four Swords Adventures. But all the others I have. I don't know. I feel like Nintendo needs to get its act together and just unify this. I don't see why they can't just say Breath of the Wild takes place 10,000 years in the future, after a timeline convergence. That'd be way more interesting of a story. There's some cool stuff they could do with the lore to make that happen, and I feel like they've set it up already. I mean, yeah. It needs 2 or more players for Hyrule for Four Swords Adventures. Yeah. The Four Swords games, I feel like that's a good example of Nintendo being like, we want a 4-player game. There's 4 links. Let's just try to make it work, and then just shove it into the timeline. Because how are there 4 links? What do they do? How does it all work together? Plausible. Yeah, Time Mage says plausible deniability. That's why they always said the games took place on their own timelines until they connected them. Well, yes and no. If apparently in the original manuals for Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and Link's Awakening, and A Link to the Past, I think, they they say the games are connected even before the timeline. So there was some idea of a timeline before the official timeline came out. I just think that Nintendo didn't they probably didn't want to go the route that they didn't want to go the Final Fantasy route where the games are just kind of all loosely connected, even though I think that might have I think they made the right decision to connect them all. I think it gave them a much better opportunity to create a memorable lore, which they somehow achieved despite not caring about it. Um, but it is what it is. The people enjoy it. They enjoy debating about it. People like to make connections and have a coherent story, which is why it's both fun but also really frustrating when Nintendo doesn't respect it. Um, they tried to have that, as you said, time age. They tried to have that like plausible deniability by basically stating that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are on their own timeline, but there's they made the mistake of putting so many Easter eggs in Breath of the Wild that reach back to prior games, uh, that it set people up to believe that this is connected in very many ways to the past. But then they were like, nope, sorry. So definitely a developer mistake on their part, a story mistake. Whoever made that decision needs to be fired. Except if it's Miyamoto, I guess. Except I don't know how much say he has anymore in this. Time H says they always said the games. Okay, yeah, they'll do the same with the new games. I know. They will do some retconning in Ocarina of Time. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. There's a chance that they won't, but I don't think they'll be able to help themselves. And I hope if they do any kind of retconning, that it at least makes sense. Chris and I thought of adapting Hyrule Warriors to the merge of timelines. It's due to the four swords splitting and Link into four clones. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was another video I watched. I can't remember who it was. It was some really popular gaming YouTuber, but he did a video on why uh the Hyrule Warriors game should be canon, because it essentially can serve as a merging of the timelines. And then because it brings all the people together, which Sia, a cool new character, I guess. But I think if they do that, it has to be the goddess of time, which I see this guy. I know you don't like this, like the theory, but to me, the goddess of time is obviously Hylia, uh, and Zelda, or Zelda. But yeah, but I like the idea of the timeline convergence. I think that needs to happen. I think it would be a really easy way to kind of unify the timeline. Okay, this was fun, guys. I really enjoyed playing Twilight Princess again after so many years. I think that's my favorite version of Ganondorf. I don't know. I have to play Twilight Princess. I mean, not Twilight Princess. Tears of the Kingdom again. He's pretty awesome in this game, though. He's always awesome. He's a great character, great villain. I really enjoy it when he's part of the mix. Okay, what's coming up next? Uh, Tomorrow we'll jump into Pal World. Pal World's gonna take the 3 game slot, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays will be Pal World days, and I'm gonna bite the bullet, and I'm gonna play Other M. I haven't gotten it set up yet, but barring any kind of issues with the weird kind of Wii controls, I'm pretty sure that there's mods out there that take care of that. But barring that happening, I need to play it. I'm a big Metroid fan. I've never played it. I need to experience it for myself, and you guys need to suffer with me. So, time mage. Oof. What bet did I lose? It's a self-imposed. Um, it's a self-imposed punishment. Other M, wasn't that game banned for crimes against humanity? No, it was not, unfortunately, but it needs to happen. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's a quick play. I'm pretty sure we can get it done in a couple weeks. Uh, but it needs to happen. So cruel, unusual punishment. Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is have, like I said at the beginning, I'll try to have a Zelda game or a Metroid game running at all times. So maybe after other M, we'll cleanse our palate with Skyward Sword, uh, and then after that, I'll probably do Metroid Prime 1, just because I've streamed all the other Metroid Primes. So we got to finish it off with Metroid Prime 1. So I didn't know you were a sadomasochist. I do have a little bit of that. I do love me some Ninja Gaiden Black, uh, Elder, Elden Ring, and just hard games in general. So you guys, I wasn't brave enough to live stream my Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, but that was beating that on 100% was a trip too. So yeah, Prime 1 needs to happen. That game is an absolute classic and a masterpiece. Okay, I gotta run. Time Mage, thanks for hanging out with from Rumble. Seek the Sky, New Game Plus, Amen, Tim, as always. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, and I will see you guys all tomorrow for some more Pal World. Eamon says, gonna play the Demon Souls PC port made by the same. Oh yeah, that's right. You brought that up. I will look that up. I've never played Demon Souls, so. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a great Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.